Kia ora guys, just thought I'd pop on and let you know a little bit about what Bald Angels does and why we're doing it. And I'm standing here in our wee office. It's a very simple little space here, and looking at some artwork on the walls. This really encapsulates everything about what we do, I feel. So I'm just going to show you. This was done by a group of youth individuals, and what it basically says is that when we met them, when we connected with them, they say things like demotivated, bored, lost, disrespectful, lonely. Others say sad and depressed. I was drinking and depressed. I was lost. I was numb and alone, is what one says. I felt like the day was wasted because I would wake up halfway through the day. I was unmotivated. So when you have young people who are feeling this lost and alone, clearly things aren't going to go that well for anyone. Not for them for sure, but also not for the people around them, not for the community that they live in. And we want all of our young people to thrive. So this is what we do. We not only do we provide emergency support in warm clothing and bedding and some furniture, and on occasions we do kai boxes. At Christmas we do a lot of kai boxes. Mostly throughout the year we will support whānau with kai boxes if they can't get support from somewhere else. But we do a lot of shoes, balls, getting them active. We can help them get into sports clubs. We can match them with mentors, and those people help them make better choices. They are someone that they can rely on, trust, and hang out with on occasions. And they get to build relationship skills and have someone nearby who they really feel they can trust. That artwork I showed you, what they've said, what these young people have said, the same youth, after they have worked with us for some time, some of the comments here are more self-confidence, motivation, I respect, I'm more independent, I've got a work ethic, and I'm happy. More confident, I'm just reading some of them. More happy about looking for a long-term job. I don't drink and I'm happy. I feel more confident. I can work better with other people. Now I'm good at leading, listening and cooperating with others, is what one of them said. Now when we start to see this kind of attitude, feeling more confident, more self-respect, able to work with others, communicating well, then we see young people turning into adults who can help build greater communities. And that's what we want. We want all of our young people to thrive. Many of the young people in this area, in the far north, don't have the same opportunities. And that's for a myriad of reasons. It's just the geography. It's harder to get places. We don't have the same infrastructure. So actually doing the things that we take for granted and that we think all young people should be able to do: go to school, play in a sport team, be warm, have a raincoat, be able to get to school dry, have a lunch, not go to school hungry. These are things we take for granted. We take it for granted that we can turn on a switch and we'll get light. We take it for granted we can turn on a tap and we'll get water. We take it for granted that we're going to have a bed to sleep in. That's in my world. Unfortunately, in the world of a lot of the thousands of the young people that we work with, those things aren't their normal. Their normal will be cold, hunger, wet, tired. So the physical little things, like for example, I'm thinking of a young boy who lived in a community, the most beautiful scenic wee spot, because of course that's what the far north is, living in a crowded home. His caregivers have addictions, and he's 12. He wakes up in the morning, the baby's crying, no one's looking after the baby, there is no food. He goes down, he collects oysters, and that's what he has for breakfast. Most of us think oysters are a bit of a luxury. For him, it's a necessity. He doesn't get to school because it's raining and it's a 2-kilometre walk in the mud to the bus stop, and he doesn't have the right shoes or coat. Plus, there's no one around who's capable of looking after the baby, so he stays home. That's his normal. Now, we're not in a position to judge anyone, because no one chooses addiction either. No one chooses poverty. There are all sorts of reasons why people get themselves into really difficult and traumatic circumstances, but our children don't choose this. And what we can do is make life easier for them. What we can do is enable them, empower them, lift them up, and convince them, show them that they are worthy, that we believe in them, that they can achieve their goals. And there are lots of different ways we can do that, and we can't fix it overnight, but we are doing what we can one day at a time, and that's about all we can do. What we would love you to do is keep supporting Bald Angels. We can't do it without you. And for Ruth and Cliff, who are doing this amazing tandem ride, we're so grateful, so grateful for them, for not just doing that ride and raising funds, but for spreading the message and being out there and talking to the rest of New Zealand. It would be better for everyone if more people could understand why some of our young people are going off the rails or not thriving. And if we could all understand that and all just do a little bit better, then we can change the future, not just for them, but for all of us. So thank you for supporting us. We really, really appreciate it.